It wasn't that I did not trust him as much as it was I felt like I wasn't trusting myself.
Hey y'all, I'm back. If you are just now tuning in, I am Asha Cerise. I am a certified life coach, and I specialize in helping women, specifically women who have experienced divorce, toxic relationships, abusive relationships, or heartbreak, to begin their healing journey to self love and self discovery. And I am breaking down each one of these Reesa Teesa videos. Um, and we're getting into the red flags, how to avoid overlooking them, what you can do instead of making the same mistake. We're learning from her lessons. We're not judging, you know, we're learning. So let's get into this episode. The first thing that stood out to me in this episode was the fact that she felt pressured to get married due to their religious beliefs and their families. This is a mistake I feel like a lot of people make because we are taught these certain morals and principles growing up that you're supposed to be married before you shack up, you're supposed to be married before you have children, you're supposed to be married by a certain age, whatever the reason is, you're supposed to be married, when you're fornicating, all of the things. So it forces people to make decisions that they may not have normally made without these standards placed on them. Not saying that these are bad standards to have. It's just the fact that they were already living together, shacked up, had already created a life, all of these things, and now all of a sudden, oh, religion come to play, family values, all this pressure that is forcing people to make decisions faster than what they should. Rushing into a marriage that you both say you want long term, but you really don't know each other that well. So that is the first red flag there. To elaborate, I would suggest not disregarding those family or religious values, but taking them into account and having a discussion about these are our values, these are our shared values, these are our goals, and this is how we want to move going forward. We are living, in sin according to their religious beliefs. So let's make a game plan. We are going to get married in this X amount of time, but during this time, we are going to get to know each other. We are going to discuss this. We are going to see how we operate under pressure. We're going to see how we collaborate with our finances. We're going to get to know each other a little deeper. And then by this time, if these goals are met, then we can discuss getting married versus we got to do this right now because we're doing things wrong at the moment. Once again, she mentioned not following her intuition. I'm going to keep bringing it up every time she brings it up because this is something that I don't want you all to do. Always follow your intuition. It's there for a reason. When you feel like something's not right, it's not right. So pay attention to that and stop ignoring it, overlooking it, disregarding it, putting it to the side, denying it. It's there for a reason. She kept continuously feeling like something wasn't right and she kept ignoring it. Something else that keeps coming up, she mentioned that she questioned herself again if she was just not used to having a good man. And that's something that we need to really dive into because as women who are single for a long time, women who have experienced toxic or abusive relationships, women who just ain't used to a good man, once a good man does enter your life, that is something that's going to be like a defense mechanism like, is this too good to be true? Or is my intuition not lying? Is this somebody that's just showing me their representative? So that is something that you can be easily fooled by, which also should be another telltale sign to slow down and allow yourself time to get to know them on a deeper level. And, sometimes these narcissists, psychopaths, or whatever you want to call them, they're good at hiding their true selves for a long time until they get what they want. But try to do your due diligence to figure out, is this person a good person and I'm just having my own blockages and not allowing myself to receive this love? Or are they playing games? Are they just showing me a representative? I do have a program that teaches you how to incorporate your love languages into your self love practices, but it also shows you where your blockages are. So if you're experiencing just being guarded from receiving love, healthy love, and identifying that, that is a program you may want to consider. Don't you find that suspicious that nothing came up when she did his background check and looked up his criminal records? it's amazing how everything had a reason or a rhyme. Like she said that she just thought, maybe I got it wrong, or maybe because his father was ex police officer, he's just by the book, abides by the law. It's not unusual for him not to have a criminal record. But the fact that she said it was no results found, that seemed a little suspicious. Like something should come up, even if it's not negative. Like, were there any results that this person even existed? So that was kind of strange. She also mentioned that although we can't turn back the hands of time, she wishes that she can go back to that day she got married and talk to that young lady that was sitting in that waiting room waiting to marry this man. And I just want to extend this information to anyone who feels that way. Although we can't physically pop into the past and time travel that way, you can do some work to talk to your past self, to leave some nuggets for your past self through meditation, deep meditation, through journaling, letter writing, through just inner child healing, younger self healing. Like all of these things can leave little nuggets for that past self to comfort them and to reassure them that this is just a time and that you're going to overcome this. And, just let go of regret of the things that we've made, the decisions that we've made in our past. We have to give ourselves grace, our younger selves grace, because if they didn't go through it, you would still be going through it now. Take the lessons, learn from them, and make better decisions moving forward. Another point that she made was that she had no loved ones present when she got married. She said that she didn't tell anyone because she didn't want anything to go wrong. I believe she said she mentioned it before and things went wrong. And then, of course, it was COVID, so there were restrictions anyway. But consider that as a red flag as well when you are worried about jinxing something by sharing good news. Like, that's also a telltale sign that you honestly don't believe that it's supposed to work. And sometimes, certain things are put in place to not work for a reason. So if she felt embarrassed, ashamed, or unsure, nervous, scared, fearful to share her good news, that was a sign to me that she wasn't too sure about it herself. Now we're just gonna go ahead and see what's next because she mentioned that she was married January 5th, 2021, and by January 31st, she realized that she made a huge mistake. And she said that as soon as they got married, everything that they were doing prior stopped. So it's going to be interesting to get into the reasons. But that's also a telltale sign of it was rushed, it wasn't meant to be, but it was meant to be because now she's able to learn from it and she's able to share her story and hopefully inspire other people to learn from it. So let's see what's next.